we're talking about, and it has nothing to do with Jamie.
What did you hear?
That you were with her.
Oh, who's this?
Jamie. Is that true?
Yes, it is, but I can explain that.
We'll be back with Storm Warning after this brief message from Lipton Tea.
Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere.
When Lipton blows the whistle, you gotta have a cup of tea. Listen to the Lipton whistle. Whisk, whisk, whisk. Lipton tea.
Lipton flow-through tea bags, like 2 bags of flavor in one.
And now for part 3 of today's Storm Warning.
What happened to part 2 of this part 2?
Stephen, why, what?
What's the matter with you? Come on, for Pete's sake, what are you doing there? Hello, Sandy. Let me have Sandy. Sandy, my television's dead. My television. Is this Sandy? My television died. No, not Willie. Mr. Clark, to you, please. Never mind the jokes, wise guy. It's not funny. Send somebody up to fix my dead television. I didn't touch nothing. Nothing, I'm telling you. It's a crappy set. You live in a crappy hotel, you get a crappy television. The what? The plug? What plug? Wait a minute. It's not the plug. Something else, I'll fix it myself. It tells me the plug.
He never told me
If
that.
he calls me Mr. Clark, then I'll tell him the plug. Hell with all of them.
I know how you felt about it.
Hang on to what? I'm not shutting it off. I'm lucky it works.
Uncle Willie, it's me, Ben.
Who's that?
Ben!
Ben, is that you?
Yes, Uncle Willie, it's Ben. Open the door.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Is anything wrong?
Wait a minute.
What's the matter?
I'm locked in. The lock's broken. I'm locked in. Go down and tell the boy Sandy. Tell him Mr. Clark is locked in.
What is it, the latch?
It's the latch. It's broken. Go down and tell the boy Sandy, though. Send somebody.
That happened last week. Don't try to force it, just slide it out. Do you hear me, Uncle Willie? Don't force it, slide it.
Wait a minute. It's open. I did it myself.
Probably have to oil it.
I didn't have to oil nothing. The hell with them.
You feeling okay?
What is this, Wednesday?
Certainly it's Wednesday. Don't I always come on Wednesday?
But this is Wednesday today?
Yes, of course. Why? Haven't you been out?
When?
Today, yesterday, this week? You haven't been out all week?
Sunday. I was out Sunday. I went to the park Sunday.
What are you looking for?
A variety.
I already gave it to you. It's under your arm.
Why did you put it there? It's under my arm.
Have you been eating properly? No corned beef sandwiches, I hope.
This today's?
Certainly it's today's. Variety comes out on a Wednesday, doesn't it? And today is Wednesday.
I'm just asking. Don't get so excited. Because I already read last Wednesday's.
I got you 6 different kinds of soups, all low sodium, salt-free, all very good for you. Are you listening?
I'm listening. You got 6 lousy tasting soups. You see this?
What?
What I'm looking at, this.
How do I know what you're looking at?
2 new musicals went into rehearsal audition?
Because there were no parts for you. One of the shows is a young rock musical, and the other show was all black.
What's the matter? I can't do black. I did black in 1928. When I did black, you could understand the words, not like today.
Look, I'm sorry, you're not the kind of black they're looking for. Jeez, it's cold in here. You know it's freezing in here? They were sending up the heat.
How do you like that? Saul Burton died.
Who?
Saul Burton, the songwriter. 89 years old, went like that from nothing.
Now, why didn't you put on a sweater?
I knew him very well. Terrible person. Mean. He should rest in peace, but he was a mean person. His best friend didn't like him.
Why is it so cold in here?
You know what kind of songs he wrote? The worst. The worst songs ever written were written by Saul Burton. Lady, be my baby. You ever hear anything so rotten? Lady, he rhymes with baby. No wonder he's dead.
This radiator is ice cold. Look, Uncle Willie, I'm not going to let you live here anymore. You've got to let me find you another place. I've been asking you for 7 years now. You're going to get sick.
Holland Jones is getting $100,000 a week in Las Vegas. When Lewis and I headlined the Palace didn't cost $100,000.
That was 40 years ago. 40 years ago, this hotel is 20 years old. They should tear it down. They take advantage of all you people in here because they know you don't want to move.
No cigars?
You're not supposed to smoke cigars.
Where are the cigars?
You know the doctor told you you're not supposed to smoke cigars anymore. I didn't bring it.
Give me the cigar.
What cigars? I just told you I didn't have them. Will you forget the cigars?
Where are they, in the bag?
On the bottom. I just brought 3. It's the last time.
How's the family? The children all right?
Suddenly you're interested in my family. It's not going to work, Willie. I'm not bringing you any more cigars.
I just want to know how the children are.
The children are fine. They're wonderful. Thank you.
Good. Next time, bring the big cigar.
You don't even know their names. What are the names of my children?
Millie and Sydney.
Amanda and Michael.
You didn't like Millie and Sydney?
I was never going to name them Millie and Sydney. You forgot, so you made something up. You forget everything. I'll bet you forgot to drink that milk from last week. I'll bet it's still in the refrigerator. Yeah, there's the milk from last week.
Do they know who I am?
Who?
Amanda and Sydney.
Amanda and Michael. What, that you were a big star in vaudeville? Uncle Willie, they're 3 years old. You think they remember vaudeville? I never saw vaudeville.
Did you tell them 6 times on the Ed Sullivan show?
They never heard of Ed Sullivan. Uncle Willie, they're 3 years old. They don't follow show business. What are you doing? No, you're not going to smoke that now. You promised me you'd only smoke one after dinner.
Am I smoking it? Do you see smoke coming from the cigar?
You've got it in your mouth.
I'm rehearsing. After dinner, I'll do the show.
I'm in the most aggravating business in the world, and I only get aggravated when I come here.
When I come, I've got Social Security.
You think that's funny? I don't think that's funny, Uncle Willie.
You had a sense of humor, you think it was funny.
I have a terrific sense of humor.
Like your father. He laughed once. 1932.
I can't talk to you.
Why? They're funny today? You tell me who you think is funny today, and I'll show you where he's not funny.
Let's not get into that. Just promise me you'll eat a decent lunch today.
Promise to tell a joke and get a laugh from you, I'll throw it out.
Well, how can I laugh when I see you like this, Uncle Willie? You sit in your pajamas all day in a freezing apartment watching soap operas on a $35 television that doesn't have horizontal hold. The picture just keeps rolling from top to bottom. Pretty soon your eyes are going to roll around in your head. You never eat anything. You never go out because you can't work the lock on the door. Remember when you locked yourself in the bathroom overnight? It's a lucky thing you keep bread in there. You would have starved. And you wonder why I worry?
Calvin Coolidge, that's your kind of humor.
Promise me you'll eat decent.
I'll eat decently. I'll wear a blue suit, white shirt, and black shoes.
Wait for a laugh from me, you're not going to get it.
Who can live that long? Give me a job instead of a laugh.
You know, I've been trying, Uncle Willie. It's not easy. There's not much in town. Most of the work is commercials, and, well, you know, you've had a bit of trouble in that area.
The potato chips? The potato chips wasn't my fault.
Forget the potato chips.
Well, how about the chick injector? Didn't I audition funny for the chick injector?
You were very funny, but your hand was shaking. You can't show a man shaving with a shaky hand.
Well, how come you couldn't get me on the Alka-Seltzer? That's my kind of comedy. I have a terrific face for an upset stomach.
I've submitted you 20 times.
What's the matter with 21?
Well, because the word is out in the business that you can't remember the lines and they're simply not interested.
I can't remember the lines. I can't remember the lines. I don't remember that.
For the Frito-Lay's potato chips, I sent you down to the studio. You couldn't even remember the address.
Don't tell me I couldn't remember the lines. The lines I remembered beautifully. The name of the potato chip I couldn't remember. What was it?
Frito-Lay's.
Say it again.
Frito-Lay's.
I still can't remember it. Because it's not funny. If it's funny, I remember it. Alka-Seltzer is funny. You say Alka-Seltzer, you get a laugh. The other word is not funny. What was it?
Frito-Lay's.
Maybe in Mexico it's funny, not here. 57 years I've been in the business, you learn a few things. You know what makes an audience laugh. Do you know which words are funny and which words are not funny?
You told me 100 times, Uncle Willie, words with a K in it are funny.
Words with a K in it are funny. You didn't know that, did you? I'll tell you which words always get a laugh.
Chicken.
Chicken is funny.
Pickle.
Pickle is funny.
Cupcake.
Cupcake is funny. Tomato is not funny. Roast beef is not funny.
But cookie is funny.
But cookie is funny.
Uncle Willie, you've explained this to me ever since I was a little boy.
Cucumber is funny.
Car keys.
Car keys is funny.
Cleveland.
Cleveland is funny. Maryland is not funny.
Look, Uncle Willie, I've got to get back to the office, but there's something I'd like to talk to you about first. I got a call yesterday from CBS.
Casey Stengel, that's a funny name. Robert Taylor is not funny.
Why won't you listen to me?
I heard you got a call from NBC.
CBS.
Whatever.
CBS is doing a big special next month. An hour-and-a-half variety show. They're going to have some of the biggest names in the history of show business. They're trying to get Flip Wilson to host it.
Now him I like. He gives me a laugh. That dress, the little giggle, the red wig. That's a funny man. What's his name again?
Flip Wilson, and it doesn't have a K in it.
But he's black with a K. See what I mean?
I do. So the theme of the show...
What's the theme of the show?
The theme of the show is the history of comedy, dating from early Greek times through the days of vaudeville, right up to today's stars.
Why couldn't you get me on this show?
I got you on this show.
Alone?
With Lewis.
You ain't got me on this show.
Let me finish.
You're finished, it's no.
Can't you wait till I'm through before you turn it down? Can't we discuss it for a minute?
I'm busy.
Doing what?
Saying no.
You can have the courtesy of hearing me out. They begged me at CBS. Begged me.
Talk faster because you're coming up to another no.
They said to me, the history of comedy in the United States would not be complete unless they included one of the greatest teams ever to come out of vaudeville, Lewis and Clark, the Sunshine Boys. The vice president of CBS said this to me on the phone.
The vice president said this, huh?
Yes, he is the greatest Lewis and Clark fan in this country. He knows by heart every one of your old routines.
Then let him go on with that bastard.
Look, it's just one shot. We just have to do it one night, one of the old sketches. They'll pay $10,000 for the team. That's top money for these shows, I promise. $5,000 apiece. That's more money than you've made in 2 years.
I don't need money. I live alone. I have 2 nice suits. I don't own a pussycat. I'm very happy.
You're not happy, you're miserable.
I'm happy. I only look miserable.
You're dying to go to work again. You call me 6 times a day in the office. I can't see over my desk for all your messages.
Call me back sometime. You don't get so many messages.
I call you every day of the week. I'm here every Wednesday, rain or shine, winter or summer, flu or diphtheria.
What are you, a mailman? You're a nephew. I don't ask you to come. You're my brother's son. You've been very nice to me, and I appreciate it. But I've never asked you for a thing, except a job. You're a good boy, but a stinking agent.
I am a good agent! Damn it, Uncle Willie, why do you gotta say that to me? I'm a damn good agent.
Well, what are you screaming for? What is it, such a wonderful thing to be a good agent?
You give me chest pains, Uncle Willie. I'm getting chest pains.
So don't come.
It's your fault I get chest pains. I only get chest pains on Wednesdays.
So come on Tuesdays.
I'm going. I don't even want to discuss this with you anymore. You're impossible to talk to. Forget the variety show.
I forgot it.
I'm not coming back anymore. I'm not bringing you your cigars, or your variety, or your low-sodium soups. Do you understand, Uncle Willie? I'm not bringing you anything anymore.
Good. Take care of yourself. Say hello to Millie and Phyllis.
Why won't you do this for me? I'm not asking you to be partners again. If you two don't get along, all right. But it's just one night, one last show. Once you get an exposure like that, Alka-Seltzer will come begging me to sign you up. How's it gonna look if I go back to the office and tell them I couldn't make a deal with my own uncle?
My personal opinion, lousy.
Do you really hate Al Lewis that much?
I don't discuss Al Lewis anymore.
We have to discuss him. CBS is waiting for an answer today, and if we turn them down, I want to have a pretty good reason why. You haven't seen him in, what, 10 years now?
11 years.
You mean to tell me you haven't spoken to him in 11 years?
I haven't seen him in 11 years. I haven't spoken to him in 12 years.
You mean you saw him for a whole year that you didn't speak to him?
Wasn't easy. Had to sneak around backstage a lot.
But you spoke to him on stage.
Not to him. If he played a gypsy, I spoke to the gypsy. If he played a lunatic, I spoke to the lunatic. But that bastard I didn't speak to.
I can't believe that.
You don't believe it? I can show you witnesses who saw me never speaking to him.
It's been 11 years, Uncle Willie. Hasn't time changed anything for you?
Yes, I hate him 11 years more.
Why?
You never met him?
Sure, I met him. I was 15 years old. I met him at that benefit at Madison Square Garden and once backstage at some television show. He seemed nice enough to me.
Well, that's only twice. You had to meet him 3 times to hate him.
Uncle Willie, can I make a suggestion?
He used to give me the finger.
The what?
The finger, the finger. He would poke me in the chest with a finger. He'd say, listen, doctor. How about it, doctor? Know what I mean, doctor? Hurts, doesn't it? Felt like it for 43 years. I got a black and blue hole in my chest. My wife, to her dying day, thought it was a tattoo. I haven't worked with him for 11 years. It's just now beginning to fade away. Man, I have the sharpest finger in show business.
If you work with him again, I'll buy you a thick padded undershirt.
I think I never did that. One night I put a steel plate under my shirt. He gave me the finger, had it in a splint for a month.
Something else must have happened you're not telling me about. You don't work with a person for 43 years without some bond of affection remaining.
You want to hear other things? He used to spit in my face. On stage, the man would spit in my face.
Not on purpose.
He tells me not on purpose. If there was a way I could have saved the spit, I'd show it to you.
You mean he would just stand there and spit in your face?
What, do you think he's stupid? He worked it into the act. He could stand with his nose on top of my nose and purposely only say words that begin with a T. Tootsie Roll. Teeth toy. Typing on that typewriter. Some nights I thought I was drowned. I don't know where he got it all from. I think he drank all day and saved it up for the night.
I'll put it in the contract. If he spits at you, he won't get paid.
Well, if he can get another chance to spit at me, he wouldn't want to get paid.
Will you answer me one question? If it was all that bad, why did you stick together for 43 years?
Because he was terrific. There'll never be another one like him. No one could time a joke line the way he said it. I knew what he was thinking. He knew what I was thinking. One person, that's what we were. No, Al Lewis was the best, you understand?
I understand.
As an actor, no one could touch him. As a human being, no one wanted to touch him.
So, what do I tell CBS? No deal because Al Lewis spits?
You know when the last time was we worked together?
11 years ago on the Ed Sullivan Show.
11 years ago on the Ed Sullivan Show, July 27th. He wouldn't put us on in the winter when people were watching, but never mind. We did the doctor and the tax examination. Never saw that, did you?
No, but I heard it was wonderful.
What about a classic? A classic. A dead man watching that sketch would laugh. He did it maybe 8,000 times, it never missed. That night it missed. There was something wrong with him. He was rushing, his timing was off, his mind was somewhere else. I thought he was sick. Still, we got a terrific applause. 5 times that Sullivan said, how about that? We got back into the dressing room. He takes off his makeup, puts on his clothes, and says to me, really? It's all the same to you, I'm retiring. I said, what do you mean retiring? It's only 9 o'clock. Let's have something to eat. He said, I'm not retiring, but For tonight, I'm retiring for what's left of the rest of my life. He puts on his hat, walks out of the theater, becomes a stockbroker, and I'm left with an act where I ask questions, and there's no one there to answer. Never saw the man again to this day. No, he called me, I couldn't answer. He wrote to me, I told him up. Sent telegrams, they're probably still under the door.
Well, Uncle Willie, with all due respect, you really weren't getting that much work anymore. Maybe he was getting tired of doing the same thing for 43 years. A man has the right to retire when he wants, doesn't he?
Not him. Remember when he retired himself, he retired me too. Damn it, I wasn't ready yet. Now maybe suddenly he needs $5,000 and wants to come crawling back. To the hell with him, I'm a single now.
I spoke to Al Lewis on the phone last night. He doesn't even care about the money. He just wants to do it for old time's sake, for his grandchildren who never got to see him.
Sure. He probably retired broke from the stock market. I guarantee you those high-class people didn't get spit in their face once.
You know his wife died 2 years ago? He's living with his daughter now, somewhere in New Jersey. He doesn't do anything anymore. He's got very bad arthritis, he's got asthma, he's got poor blood circulation.
I'll send him a pump. He'll outlive you, believe me.
He wants very much to do this show, Willie.
With arthritis? Forget it. Instead of the finger, he'll poke me with a cane.
CBS wants you to do the doctor sketch. Now, Lewis told me he could get on stage tonight and do that sketch letter perfect. He doesn't even need to rehearse it.
I don't even want to discuss it. And in the second place, I definitely wouldn't do it without a rehearsal.
All right, then we agree to this. Just rehearse it in one day. If it doesn't work out, we'll call it off.
I don't trust him. I think he's been planning it for 11 years. We rehearse for a week, and then he walks out in it just before the show.
Okay, let me call him on the phone. Let me set up a rehearsal for Monday morning.
Wait a minute, I have to think about this.
We don't have that much time. CBS is waiting to hear.
Well, what's the rush? What are they, going out of business?
I'm dialing him. Okay, Uncle Willie?
60-40, I get 6,000, he gets 4,000. What the hell can he buy in New Jersey anyway?
I can't do that, Uncle Willie. God, I hope this works out.
Tell him I'm against it. I want him to know I'll do it, willing against it.
It's ringing.
And he has to come here, you hear? I'm not going there. Understand?
Well, he's got to be home. I told him I'd call around 1.
Sure he is. You know what he's doing? He's practicing spitting.
Hello, Mr. Lewis? Yes, Ben Silver. I'm fine, thank you. Well, I'm here with him right now.
Willie Clark, the one you left on the Ed Sullivan show, ask him if he remembers.
No, that's okay, Mr. Lewis. Uncle Willie said yes.
Willing against it, don't forget the against it.
No, he's very anxious to do it.
Who's anxious? I'm against it. Tell him, you lousy nephew.
Do you think you could come here for a rehearsal on Monday? Oh, that'll be swell. I don't know, in the morning? What, about 11 o'clock? How long's the drive? 2 hours?
Maybe 9 o'clock.
Be reasonable, Willie. Mr. Lewis, 11 o'clock would be fine. Can I get your address, please, so I can send over the contracts? Great.
Tell him if he starts with the spitting and the poking, I'm taking him to court. I'll have a man on the show watching. Tell him.
Jersey?
I don't want any toy telephones tapping on tin turtles. Tell him. Tell him.
Uncle Willie, it's Ben.
Ben, is that you?
Yes, Uncle Willie, it's Ben. Open up.
You alone or he's with you?
I'm alone.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Don't push it, slide it.
Wait a minute, I'll push it.
Don't push it. Slide it.
You're supposed to slide it.
I rushed like crazy. I didn't want him getting here before me. Did he call or anything?
There's a variety.
It's Monday, not Wednesday. Didn't you know it was Monday?
I remembered, but I forgot.
What is that? What are you wearing? You look half dressed.
For him, I should get all dressed.
You okay? You nervous or anything?
Why should I be nervous? He should be nervous. I don't get nervous.
Good.
Listen, I changed my mind. I'm not doing it.
What?
Don't get all upset. Everything's the same as before, except I'm not doing it.
When did you decide this?
I decided it when you asked me.
No, you didn't. You said you would do it.
Well, it was a bad decision. This time I made a good one.
Well, I'm sorry, you have to do it. I already told CBS you'd be rehearsing this week, and more important, that man is on his way over here right now, and I'm not going to tell him you called it off.
We'll leave him a note outside the door.
We're not leaving any notes, Willie. That's why I came here this morning. I was afraid you would try something like this. I'm going to stay here until I think you're both acting like civilized human beings, and then, when you're ready to rehearse, I'm going to leave you alone. Is that understood?
I'm sick. I woke up sick today.
No, you're not.
What are you, a doctor? You're an agent. You telling me I woke up sick?
What's wrong?
I think I got hepatitis.
You don't even know what hepatitis is.
If you got it, what's the difference?
There's nothing wrong with you except a good case of nerves. You're not backing out of this, Willie. I don't care what kind of excuse you make. You're going to go through with it. You promised me you'd give it at least one day.
I'll pick another day.
Today! You're going to meet with him and rehearse with him today. Now just stop it. Behave yourself.
What do you mean, behave yourself? Who do you think you're talking to? Millie and Sidney?
Amanda and Sidney! Michael! You know, I wish I were. I can reason with them. Now I'm getting chest pains on a Monday.
Well, anyway, he's late. He's purposely coming late to aggravate me.
It's not late. It's 2 minutes after 11.
So, what? Is he early? He's late.
You're looking to start trouble, I can tell.
I was up and dressed at 8 o'clock, don't tell me.
Well, why didn't you shave?
Give me the ship commercial, I'll say. I really think I got hepatitis. Look how green I look.
You don't get green from hepatitis, you get yellow.
Well, maybe I got a very bad case.
Now you got me nervous. I wonder if I should call him. Maybe he's sick.
Oh, you believe he's sick, but me you don't believe? Why don't you become his nephew?
That's him. Do you want me to get it?
Yeah, well, I didn't hear it in there.
All right. All right, now just please behave yourself and give this a chance. Promise me you'll give it a chance.
I'll give it every possible chance in the world, but it's not gonna work.
Where are you going?
Make tea. I feel like some hot tea.
Now? Now you... Mr. Lewis, how do you do? Ben Silverman.
How are you? Hello. It's nice to see you. Hello. Hello. How are you?
You know, we met once before, a long time ago. My father took me backstage. I forget the theater. It must have been 15, 20 years ago.
I remember. Certainly it was backstage maybe 15, 20 years ago. I forget the theater.
That's right.
Sure, I remember.
Please, sit down. Uncle Willie's just making some tea.
Thank you very much.
Did you have any trouble getting in from Jersey?
No, my daughter drove me. She has a car.
Oh, that's nice.
A 1972 Chrysler, black.
Yes, the Chrysler's a wonderful car.
The big one, the Imperial.
I know, I drove it.
My daughter's car.
No, the big Chrysler Imperial. I rented one in California.
Oh no, she owns.
I understand. Do you, come to New York often?
You know, today's the first time in 2 years.
Really? How did you find it?
My daughter drove us.
No, I mean, do you find the city different in the 2 years since you've been here?
Oh no, it's not my New York, no.
Oh, I suppose not. Hey, listen, I'm really very excited about all this. Well, for that matter, everybody in the entire industry is.
Well, we'll see.
How we doing, Uncle Willie? Guess it's not boiling yet. Oh, listen, I'd like to arrange to have a car pick you up and take you home when you're through rehearsing.
My daughter's gonna pick me up.
Oh, I see. Well, what time did you say? 4, 5?
She's gonna call every hour.
Right.
1 tea or 2 teas?
Oh, here he is. Well, Uncle Willie, I guess it's been a long...
1 tea or 2 teas?
Oh, well, none for me, thanks. I'm just about leaving. Mr. Lewis, would you care for some tea?
Tea would be nice, thank you.
Just the one, Uncle Willie.
Are you sure I got 2 tea bags I can dunk again?
No, I've got to get back to the office, honestly.
1 tea.
Well, do you have any questions? Do you want to ask about the show, the studio, or the rehearsals, the air date? Is there anything on your mind that I can help you?
Like what?
Like the studio, or the rehearsals, or the air date, things like that?
Oh, you got the props?
Which props are those?
The props for the doctor sketch. You gotta have props.
Oh, props. Certainly. What do you need? I'll tell them.
You need a desk, a telephone, a pointer, a blackboard, a piece of white chalk, a piece of red chalk, a skeleton, not too tall, a stethoscope, a thermometer, an eye stick,
What's an ostick?
to put in your mouth to say ah.
Right, an ostick.
A look stick, a bottle of pills,
Look stick? What's a look stick?
a stick to look in the air with cotton on the end.
Right, look stick.
A bottle of pills, big ones, like for a horse.
Like about that big?
Well, that's for a pony. For a horse is like this. Some bandages, some cotton, an eye chart,
Wait a minute, you're going too fast.
a desk, a pointer, a telephone,
I got all that after cotton and the eye charts.
a man's suit, size 48, like the one I'm wearing.
Also in blue?
What do I need 2 blue suits? Give me a brown.
Brown suit. Is that all?
That's all.
A piece of liver.
That's all plus a piece of liver.
What kind of liver?
Regular calf's liver from the butcher.
Like how much? A pound?
A little laugh is a pound. A big laugh is 2 pounds. 3 pounds with a lot of blood will bring the house down.
Is that it?
That's it. And a blonde.
You mean a woman?
You know a blonde nurse? That's a man. Big. As big as you can get. With a big chest, 40s, 45s, and a nice body.
You mean a sexy girl with a full round rear end?
Right. About like this. But this is too big. This is too small. Like this is perfect.
I know what you mean.
You give me pictures, I'll pick one out.
No, there's a million girls around like that.
The one we had was the best. She's maybe 55, 60, or I'd call her by now. But
No, that's all right. I'll find a girl. Anything else?
not for me.
Uncle Willie?
I wasn't listening.
All right. Well, if either of you think of anything, just give me a call. It's 11:15. I gotta go. Uncle Willie, I'm going. Mr. Lewis, I just can't express to you enough how happy I am. And speaking on behalf of the millions of young people in this country who never had the opportunity of seeing Lewis and Clark work, I just want to say thank you to both of you. To both of you, Uncle Willie.
I hope they won't be disappointed.
Oh, they won't be.
I know they won't. I'm just saying.
Well, goodbye, Uncle Willie. I'm going.
I'll show you the elevator.
I know where it is. I'll call you tonight. And I just want to say, this is a very happy moment for me. To see the two of you together again, reunited, the two kings of comedy. I'm sure it must be very exciting for the both of you, isn't it? Well, looks like we're off to a great start. I'll call you later. Goodbye.
Sugar.
If you got.
I got sugar. You like a cracker?
What kind of cracker?
Graham, chocolate, coconut, whatever you want.
Maybe just a plain cracker.
I don't have plain crackers. I have graham, chocolate, or coconut.
All right, a graham cracker.
They're in the kitchen in the closet.
Maybe later.
I was sorry to hear about Lillian.
Thank you.
She's a nice woman. I always liked Lillian.
Thank you.
How about you?
Well, thank God, not wood. Perfect.
I heard different. I heard your blood didn't circulate.
Not true. My blood circulates. I'm not saying everywhere, but it circulates.
Is that why you use a cane?
It's not a cane, it's a walking stick. Maybe once in a great while it's a cane.
Well, I've been lucky, thank God. I'm in the pink.
I was looking. For a minute there, I thought you were having a flush.
Did old Saul Burton die?
Go on. Who's Saul Burton?
You don't remember Saul Burton?
Oh, yes. The manager from the Velasco.
That was Saul Bernstein.
Not Saul Bernstein. Saul Burton was the manager of the Velasco.
Saul Bernstein was the manager of the Velasco, and it wasn't the Velasco, it was the Morosco.
Sid Weinstein was the manager of the Morosco. Saul Burton was the manager of the Velasco. Saul Bernstein, I don't know who the hell he was.
Well, how can you remember anything if your blood don't circulate?
It circulates in my head. It doesn't circulate in my feet.
Anything coming down?
Oh, wait a minute. Wasn't Sid Weinstein the songwriter?
No, for God's sake, that's Saul Burton.
Who wrote Lady, Lady, Be My Baby?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Saul Burton, the lousy songwriter.
Oh, that's Saul Burton. He died.
Last week,
Where?
in Variety.
Sure. Now I remember. And how is Saul Bernstein?
I didn't read anything.
Good. I always liked Saul Bernstein. So, this is where you live now?
And I always lived here.
Not here. You lived in the big suite.
Well, still the big suite, only now it's 5 small suites.
Ah, that's what they do these days. Anything to squeeze the dollar. What do they charge for the small suite?
The same they used to charge for the big suite.
I have a very nice room with my daughter in New Jersey. I've got my own bathroom. They don't bother me. I don't bother them.
What is it, in the country?
Certainly it's in the country. Where do you think New Jersey is? In the city?
New Jersey's what I see from the bench on Riverside Drive. What do they got, a private house?
Oh, certainly it's a private house. It's some big place. It's on 3/4 of an acre. They got their own trees, their own bushes, a big swing in the backyard, a little dog house, a rock garden.
What?
A rock garden.
What do you mean a rock garden for rocks?
You never saw a rock garden?
I'm not too anxious.
Oh, it's beautiful. A Chinaman made it. Maybe someday you'll take a bus out and come see it.
I should ride all the way out to New Jersey on a bus to see a rock garden.
Oh, you don't even know what I'm talking about. You gotta live in the country to appreciate it. I never thought it was possible I could be so happy in the country.
You don't mind it's so quiet?
Well, they got noise in New Jersey, but it's a quiet noise. It's drizzling and birds. Not like here with the buses, the trucks, the screaming and the yelling.
Well, it's different with you. You like the country because you're retired. You can sit on a porch, look at a tree, watch a bush growing. You're not still active like me. You're on a different temperament. You're a slow person.
I'm a slow person.
You've been here 15 minutes, you're still drinking your cup of tea. I'm finished already.
That's right. You're finished, and I'm still enjoying it. That was always the difference with this, Willie.
You're wrong. I can get up, make a second cup, and enjoy it twice as much as you. I like a busy life. That's why I love the city. I gotta be near a phone. I never know when a picture's gonna come up, commercial, musical.
When did you do a picture?
They're negotiating.
When did you do a musical?
They're talking.
When did you do a commercial?
Last week. I did one last week.
For what?
For the, what is it, the potato chips.
What potato chips?
The big one, the crispy one, you know.
What do I know? I don't eat potato chips.
Well, what difference does it make what the name is?
They hire you to sell potato chips, you can't remember the name.
Did you remember Saul Burton?
I'm not selling Saul Burton.
Listen, I don't want to argue with you.
I didn't come all the way from New Jersey to argue.
So, what do you think? Do you want to do, Dr. Stitch?
Well, listen, it's very good money and it's only a few days' work. I can be back in New Jersy. If you feel like you'd like to do it, then my feeling is I'm agreeable.
My feeling, they told you.
What?
They didn't tell you. My feeling is I'm against it.
You're against it?
Right. But I'll do it if you want to.
I don't want to do it if you're against it. If you're against it, don't do it.
Well, what do you care if I'm against it as long as we're doing it? I just want you to know why I'm doing it.
Don't do me any favors.
Who's doing you a favor? I'm doing my nephew a favor. It's good for him in the business if we do it.
You sure?
I'm positive. It's a big break for a kid like him to get big stars like us.
Well, that's different. In that case, I'm against it too, but I'll do it.
Well, as long as we understand each other.
And I need for you to understand that I'm not doing it for the money. The money goes to my grandchildren.
The whole thing.
The whole thing, but not now. Only if I die.
Same with me.
You don't have grandchildren.
My nephew's children, Marvin and Sidney.
Very good.
So you want to rehearse?
You're not against rehearsing.
Why should I be against rehearsing? I'm only against doing the show. Rehearsing is important.
All right, let's rehearse. Why don't we move the furniture and we'll make up the set?
Wait a minute, what the hell are we doing here?
I'm fixing up the set. I don't know what you're doing.
You're fixing up the set.
That's right.
You're fixing up the set for the doctor sketch?
Oh, doctor sketch. Okay, doctor sketch. I'm sorry, doctor sketch.
Wait a minute, we're doing the same damn thing. Are you fixing up for the doctor sketch or redecorating my apartment?
I'm fixing up for the doctor sketch. If you'd leave what I was doing alone, we'd be finished.
We'd be finished, but we'd be wrong.
Not for the doctor sketch. I know what I'm doing. I did this sketch for 43 years.
And what do you think I was? Out having a smoke? Who do you think did it with you for 43 years? That was me, mister.
Don't call me mister. You know my name. I never liked it when you called me mister.
It's not a dirty word.
It is when you say it.
Forgive me, sir.
Please, for Pete's sake, fix up for the doctor sketch.
You think you know how to do it? You said it.
It'll be my pleasure. There. That's the doctor sketch.
Well, how much money?
I don't want to bet you.
You're afraid to lose?
I'm afraid to win. You don't even have enough to buy a box of plain crackers.
Well, don't be so afraid you're going to win because you're going to lose. That's not the doctor sketch. That's the gypsy chiropractor sketch.
You're positive?
More than positive, I'm sure.
All right. Willie, show me the doctor sketch.
There. That's the doctor sketch.
You know what you are, Willie? You're a Lollapalooza.
If I'm a Lollapalooza, you're a mister.
Let's please rehearse the sketch.
All right. Go outside. I'm in the office.
You're going to do the part with the nurse first.
Do you see a nurse here? How can I rehearse with a nurse that's not here?
I was just asking a question. I'm not allowed to ask questions.
Ask anything you want, but try to make them intelligent questions.
I beg your pardon. I usually ask the kind of questions of the kind of person I'm talking to. You get my drift?
I get it, mister.
All right. We'll skip over the nurse. We'll start where I come in.
All right, from where you come in. First, go outside.
All right, I'm outside. Knock, knock, knock. I was looking for the doctor.
Wait a minute, you're not outside.
Certainly I'm outside.
If you were outside, you couldn't see me, could you?
No?
Can you see me?
Yes.
So you're not outside. Go all the way outside. What the hell kind of rehearsal is this?
It's a rehearsal. Can't we make believe I'm all the way out in the hall?
I can also make believe you're still in New Jersey, but you're not. You're here. Let's have a professional rehearsal. We don't have a nurse, but we got a door. Let's use what we got.
Listen, we're not going to stop for every little thing, are we? I don't know how many years I have left. I don't want to spend them rehearsing.
We're not going to stop for the little things. We're going to stop for the big things, and the door is a big thing.
All right. I go out, I come in, we'll run through the sketch once or twice, and that'll be it for today, all right?
Right.
All right.
Unless another big thing comes up.
All right. I'm going out. I'm coming back in. If my daughter calls while I'm outside, tell her to pick me up in an hour.
She can pick you up now for all I care. All right, knock, knock, knock.
Knock, knock, knock.
Don't say it, for Christ's sake. Do it. Probably went crazy in the country.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Knock, knock, knock. Come in. Come in already.
It won't open. It's stuck.
Wait a minute.
What's the matter?
Wait a minute.
Is it locked?
It's not locked. Wait a minute. It's locked. Go down and tell the boy Sandy. Tell him it's locked.
Let me try it again.
What are you wasting time for? Go down and tell Sandy it's locked.
There. I fixed it.
You didn't fix it. You just don't know how to open a door.
Did my daughter call?
You know, I think you went crazy in the country.
You gonna stand here and insult me, or do you want to rehearse the sketch?
I like to do both, but we don't have the time. All right. Forget the door. Just stand in here and say knock, knock, knock.
I hope I can get out again.
I hope so, too.
All right. Knock, knock, knock.
Enter!
What do you mean enter? What happened to come in?
That's the same thing, isn't it? Enter or come in. What's the difference as long as you're in?
The difference is we've done this sketch 12,000 times, and you've always said come in. Now all of a sudden today it's enter. Why today, after all these years, do you suddenly change it to enter?
I'm trying to freshen up the act.
Who asked you to freshen up the act? They asked for the doctor sketch, didn't they? The doctor sketch starts with come in. Not enter. You want to freshen something up? Put some flowers in here.
It's a new generation today. It's not 1934, you know.
Oh, no kidding. I didn't read today's paper.
Well, what's so bad about enter instead of coming in?
Because it's different. You know why we've done it the same way for 43 years? Because it's good.
You know why we don't do it anymore? Because we did it the same way for 43 years.
So we're not doing it anymore, Willie. Why do we got to change it?
Can I make a comment? Nothing personal. I think you've been sitting on a New Jersey porch too long.
What does that mean?
It means I think you've been sitting on a New Jersey porch too long. From my window, I see everything that goes on in the world. I see old people, young people, nice people, bad people. I see holdups, drug addicts, ambulances, car crashes, jumpers from buildings. I see everything. You see a lawnmower and a milkman.
And that's why you want to say enter instead of come in.
Are you listening to me?
Why? Is there somebody else in here?
You don't know the first thing that's going on today.
All right, Willie, tell me what's going on today.
Have you ever heard the expression, that's where it's at? Well, this is where it's at, and that's where I am.
I see. Did you ever hear the expression, you don't know what the hell you're talking about? It comes right in front of the other expression. You never knew what the hell you were talking about.
I'm not the one that retired. You know why you retired? Because you were tired. You were getting old-fashioned. I was still new-fashioned and always will be.
I see. That's why you're such a hot property. That's why you're in such demand today. That's why you do movies you don't do, and you're in musicals you're not in, and you make commercials you don't make because you can't remember them to make them.
You know what I do remember? I remember what a pain in the ass you were to work with. That's what I remember.
That's right. And when you worked with this pain in the ass, you lived in the 5-room suite. Now you live in a 1-room suite, but you're still wearing the same damn pajamas you wore in the 5-room suite.
I don't have to take this crap from you.
You're lucky you're getting it. Nobody else wants to give it to you.
I'm not going to argue with you. When you say knock, 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 I'm saying enter, and if you don't like it, you don't have to come in.
You can't say anything without my permission. I own 50% of this act.
Then say your 50%. I'm saying enter in my 50%.
If you say enter after knock, 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 I'm coming in all right, but not alone. I'm bringing a lawyer with me.
Where, from New Jersey? You're lucky if a cow comes with you.
Against you in court, I could win with a cow.
You're starting with a finger again.
I'll tell you the truth, Willie. I didn't retire, I escaped.
Next time you poke me with a finger, say goodbye to the finger.
Listen, I got a terrific idea. Instead of working together again, let's never work together again. You're crazy.
I'm crazy? I'm crazy.
Keep saying it till you believe it.
I may be crazy, but you're senile. You know what the hell that means?
I'm not giving you any straight lines.
Crazy is when you get a couple of parts go wrong. Senile is when you went to hell out of the business, mister. Get the hell away from that phone. Hello?
Is that my daughter?
Hello, how are you?
Is that my daughter? Is that her?
Will you shut up? Will you be quiet? Can't you see I'm talking? Don't you see me on the phone with a person? Can you behave like a gentleman for 5 seconds? Will you behave like a human being for 5 seconds? Hello? Yes, just a minute. Your daughter.
Hello? Hello, sweetheart. No. No, I can't talk right now. I said I can't talk right now. Because he's a crazy bedbug, that's why.
That's no good, but bedbug is okay. Your father's sick. Come and get your sick father.
Can't you see me on the phone talking to a person? Would you please be quiet, for God's sakes? Listen, I want you to pick me up now. I don't want to discuss it. Pick me up now in front of the hotel. Don't park too close. It's filthy here. I know what I promised. Don't argue with me. I'm putting on my coat. I'll wait in the street. I'll probably get mugged. What? All right, just a minute. She wants to talk to you for a second.
Who is it?
Mrs. Eleanor Roosevelt. Who do you think it is? Didn't you just say it was my daughter?
I know it's your daughter. I forgot her name.
Doris.
What does she want?
My Doris. She'll tell you.
Hello? Yes, this is Willie Clark. Unpleasantness? There was no unpleasantness. There was stupidity, maybe, but no unpleasantness.
Tell her I'm putting on my coat. Tell her I got one sleeve in.
I was hoping it would work out too, Jim. I've been over forward and backward. He didn't even bend over sideways.
Tell her I got the other sleeve in. I'm up to my hat and then I'm out the door.
It's a matter of one word, darling. Into, that's what it comes down to.
The hat is on, I'm bundled up. Tell her.
All right, I will. I'll tell him myself. I promise. Goodbye, Dorothy. I told her we'd give it one more chance.
Now if you say enter. Come in, I stay. Enter, I go.
Ask me. Knock, knock, knock.
Don't fool around with me. I got enough pains on my neck. Are you going to say come in?
Ask me. Knock, knock, knock.
I know you, you bastard.
Ask me. Knock, knock, knock.
Knock, knock, knock.
Bedbug!
Bedbug, you're a crazy bedbug. Lunatic bastard.
Yeah, Phil? Any chance of doing this today?
We're all set here, Phil. We're just waiting for the actors.
What the hell is happening?
I don't know. There's a problem with the makeup. Mr. Clark wants a number 7 amber or something.
Well, get it for him.
Where? They stopped making it 34 years ago. Oh, and Mr. Lewis says the ostics are too short.
The what?
The ostics? Don't look at me. I'm still trying to figure out what a look stick is.
What the hell are we making here? Nicholas and Alexander? Tell them it's just a dress rehearsal. We'll worry about the props later. Let's get moving, Eddie. Christ almighty.
Mr. Schaefer, I'm awful sorry about the delay. Mr. Lewis and Mr. Clark have had a few technical problems backstage.
Yeah, well, we've had it all week. I'm afraid we're running out of time here. Listen, kid, I got 12 other numbers to get through today.
I'll get them right out. There's no problem.
Yeah, tell them I want to run straight through, no stopping. They can clean up what they want afterwards.
Absolutely.
I haven't seen past knock, knock, knock come in since Tuesday.
Right. Okay, Mr. Schaefer, I think we're ready. I'm going to tell them we'll go straight through, no stopping, and thank you very much.
Yeah, all right. Eddie, call places.
What?
Call places. Let's run it from the top with the voiceover.
Places for the doctor's sketch.
Voiceover.
The golden age of comedy reached its zenith during a fabulous and glorious era known as vaudeville. Fanny Brice, W.C. Fields, Eddie Cantor, Ed Wynn, Will Rogers, and a host of other greats fill its Hall of Fame. There are 2 names that belong on this list, but they can never be listed separately. They are more than a team. They are 2 comic shining lights that beam as one. For Lewis without Clark is like laughter without joy. We are privileged to present tonight, in their first public performance in over 11 years, for half a century known as the Sunshine Boys, Mr. Al Lewis and Mr. Willie Clark in their beloved scene, The Doctor Will See You Now.
How come?
You just swallowed the stick.
Is that bad?
It's terrible. I've only got 2 left.
What about getting the stick out?
What am I, a tree surgeon? All right, for $10 more, I take it out.
That's robbery!
Forget it then. Keep the stick.
No, take it out. I'll pay.
We'll come back tomorrow. On Thursdays, I do woodwork. It's called mercy. Mercy!
Did you want me, Doctor?
Why do you think I hired you? What's your name again?
Miss McIntosh. You know, like the apple.
The name I forgot? The apples I remember. Look in my appointment book and see who's next.
It's a Mr. Coinheiser.
Maybe you're wrong. Look in the book. It's better that way.
No, I was right.
So was I.
It's a Mr. Coinheiser.
Maybe you're wrong. Spell it.
K-O-R-N-H-E-I-S-E-R.
What's the first name?
Walter.
And stay down for the middle name.
Benjamin.
Now give me the whole thing.
Walter Benjamin Coinheiser.
Did you turn the steam on?
No, doctor.
In that case, give yourself a $5 raise.
Yes, doctor.
Oh, send in the next patient before I'm the next patient.
Oh, excuse me. I think I have a chest cold.
Looks more like an epidemic to me.
Is there anything else you can think of?
I can think of it, but I'm not so sure I can do it.
Well, if you can think of it, you let me know. That's what nurses are for.
Glad I didn't go to law school. Aha, my next patient. Come in, and in time.
I was looking for the doctor.
Are you sick?
Are you the doctor?
Yes.
I'm not that sick.
What's your name, please?
Kornheiser. Walter Benjamin Kornheiser. You want me to spell it?
Never mind, I got a bigger speller than you. Sit down and open your mouth.
There's nothing wrong with my mouth.
Well, then just sit down.
There's nothing wrong with that either.
Well, what are you doing here?
I'm here to examine you.
I think you got everything backward.
It's possible. I got dressed in a hurry this morning.
You mean you are here for me to examine you?
No, I am here for me to examine you. I'm a tax collector.
That's nice. I'm a stamp collector. What do you do for a living?
I find out how much money people make.
Now, a busybody, huh? Make an appointment with my nurse.
I did. I'm seeing her Friday night.
Fool around with my nurse? Don't fool around with my nurse. She's a nice girl. She's a Virginian.
Oh, what?
A Virginian, that's where she's from.
Well, she ain't going back, I can tell you that. I got some questions to ask you.
I'm too busy to answer questions. I'm a doctor. You want to see me? You got to be a patient.
But I'm not sick.
Don't worry, we'll find something.
All right, you examine me, and I'll examine you. First question, how much money did you make last year?
Last year I made...
I didn't hear that.
Oh, hard of hearing, huh? We find something. You ever have any childhood diseases?
Not lately.
Father living or deceased?
Both.
What do you mean, both?
First he was living, now he's deceased.
What'd your father die from?
My mother. Now it's my turn. How much money do you own a car?
Certainly on a car. Why?
If you use it for medical purposes, you get deducted from your taxes. What kind of car do you own?
An ambulance.
Do you own a house?
Can I deduct it?
Only if you use it for medical purposes. Where do you live?
Mount Sinai Hospital.
What are you doing?
I'm examining your lower intestines.
So why do you look in the ear?
Well, if I got a choice of two places to look, I'll take that one.
Never mind.
Well, all right then. I'm going to examine your eyes now.
They're perfect. I got 20/20 eyes.
Well, that's too much. All you need is one-on-one. Look at the chart on the wall. Now, cover your left eye with your left hand and your right eye with your right hand. Now, what do you see?
I don't see nothing.
Don't panic. I can cure you. Take your hands away. Can you see now?
Well, certainly I can see
I
now.
know I fixed over 2,000 people.
It's a miracle. A miracle you're not in jail.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Well, how much do you charge for a visit?
$1.
$1. That's very cheap for a visit, for an examination.
It's not an examination, it's a visit. Hello, goodbye, hello, how are you? It's $10.
If you ask me, you're a quack.
If I was a duck, I'd ask you. Well, you sleeve, I want to take some blood.
No, I can't do it.
Why not?
If I see blood, I get sick.
Well, do what I do, don't look.
I'm sorry, I can't give blood. I'm anemic.
That's anemic.
You're a doctor, you don't know what anemic means.
Well, that's because I'm a specialist.
What do you specialize in?
Everything's but anemic.
Can I continue my examination?
You continue yours and I'll continue mine. Cross your legs. Now hurt when I hit you with a hammer.
Yes.
Good. From now on, try not to get hit with a hammer. See this job?
Yes.
Know what you're supposed to do with this job?
I think so.
You think so or you know so? If you don't know, let me know because the girl doesn't come in to clean today.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to go in this box.
I don't have time. I have to go over your books.
Like hell you will.
If I don't go over your books, the government's going to come here and go all over your
But
books.
don't they have a place in Washington?
Certainly, but they have to go where the books are.
The whole government.
No, just the Treasury Department.
Well, that's a relief.
I'm glad you're relieved.
I wish you were before you came in here.
Dr. Kloppenmeyer. Mrs. Kalani's on the phone. She wants you to come over and deliver her baby.
I'm busy now. Tell her I'll mail it to her in the morning.
Yes, doctor.
Where did you get a couple of nurses like that?
She was standing on 43rd and 44th Street. Now let me see your tongue.
I don't want to.
Open it. Ah! How long have you had that white coat on your tongue?
Since January. In the spring, I put on a gray sport jacket.
Now hold your tongue with your fingers and say shish kebab. Shish kebab. Say it again.
Shish kebab.
I have bad news for you.
What is it?
You do that in the restaurant, you won't get shish kebab.
Never mind that. What about your taxes?
What?
The taxes. It's time to pay your taxes to the treasury.
I'm warning you, don't start in with me.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. Time to pay the taxes. You're starting with the spitting again.
I said the right line, didn't I? If it comes out juicy, I can't help that.
Doesn't come out juicy unless you squeeze the T's, and I'm warning you, don't squeeze them on me.
All right, let's hold it a second. Mr. Clark, I'm having trouble with the dialogue. I don't see those last few lines in the script.
They're not in the script, they're in his mouth.
I said the right line. Look in the script. You'll find him there.
You'll find the words, you won't find the spit. The spit's his own idea, he's doing it on purpose.
I don't spit on purpose. I spit on accident. I've always spit on accident. It's impossible for me to say that line without spitting a little.
I can say it. It's time to pay the taxes to the treasury. There wasn't a spit in my entire mouth.
What am I?
Why can't he say it like that?
Am I an Englishman? I've been talking the same way for 43 years.
Gentlemen, can we argue this point after the dress rehearsal and go on with the sketch?
I'm not going to stand here and get a shower in the face. If you want me to go on, either take that line out or get me an umbrella.
Can we please go on? With all due respect, gentlemen, we have 12 other scenes to rehearse, and we cannot spend all day on these personal squabbles.
Well, I'll go on, but I'll move it to a safer spot.
Well, don't worry about the rules. We'll pick you up on camera. Now, let's skip over this spot and pick it up on, I hope you don't have what Mr. Melnick had. All right, Mr. Clark, whenever you're ready.
I hope you don't have what Mr. Melnick had.
What did Mr. Melnick have?
Ask him yourself, he's standing right there.
That's Mr. Melnick.
Could be Mrs. Melnick without high heels, I can't tell.
If he's dead, why do you leave him standing in the office?
He still has one more appointment with me.
You know what you are? You're a charlatan. Do you know what a charlatan is?
It's the city of North Carolina. And if you're going to poke me like that again, you're going to wind up in Poughkeepsie.
Hold it. Where does it say you're going to wind up in Poughkeepsie?
Where does it say you can poke me in the chest? He's doing it on purpose. He always did it on purpose just to get that goat.
I didn't poke him, I tapped him. A light little tapper wouldn't hurt a baby.
Maybe a baby elephant. I knew I was going to get poked. First comes the spitting and then comes the poking. I know his routine already.
Excuse me. I'm sorry we're holding up the whole rehearsal, but we have a serious problem on our hands. The man I'm working with is a lunatic.
I'm a lunatic? I'm a lunatic? Breaks my chest, pokes, spits in my face, and calls me a lunatic? I'm going to tell you something I never said to you in my entire life. I hate your guts.
You told us to be on Monday.
Then I'm telling it to you again.
All right, listen, gentlemen, that's it. We're done here. I don't see any point in going on with this rehearsal.
I don't see any point in going on with this show. The man is persecuting me. For 11 years he's been trying to get back at me, only I'm not going to give him the chance.
I knew it. I knew it. He's been setting me up for 11 years just to walk out on me again.
Now take it easy, Mr. Clark. Can we please go over into the dressing room and talk about this?
I didn't want to do it in the first place.
Liar! Liar! His own daughter begged me. She begged me on the phone.
All right, really, that's enough. Come back to the dressing room.
Gentlemen, we need the stage. Can we please do this over on the side?
The man's a hysterical. You can see for yourself. He's been doing this to me all week.
Begged me. His own daughter begged me.
Come on, Uncle Willie, stop it, please.
I'm sorry we caused so much trouble. I should have stayed in New Jersey in the first place. He pulled a knife on me last week. In his own apartment, he pulled a knife on me. He's a crazy man.
I don't need you. I never needed you. You were nothing when I found you, and that's what you are today.
Yeah, come on, Willie. I'm sorry about
He
this.
thinks I can't get work without him. He thinks I'm through. Maybe he's finished, but not me. Not me. Your hair.
Just later. Could you get a doctor, please?
I don't need a doctor. Don't get a doctor. I don't trust him.
Don't talk, just lie. Get a blanket or something.
Don't tell him my problem. I don't want to give him a satisfaction.
Of course I won't tell him, Uncle Willie. There's nothing to it. Gonna be okay.
Frito-Lay. That was the name of the potato chip. See, I remember. Frito-Lay.
The golden age of comedy fabulous and glorious era known as vaudeville. Fanny Bryce, W.C. Fields, Eddie Cantor, Ed Wynn, Will Rogers, and a host of other greats fill its Hall of Fame. There are two names that belong on this list, but they can never be listed separately. They are more than a team. They are two comic shining lights that beam as one. For Lewis without Clark is like laughter without joy. When these two greats retired, a comic style disappeared from the American scene that will never see its like again. Here then, in a sketch taped nearly 11 years ago on The Ed Sullivan Show, are Lewis and Clark in their classic scene, The Doctor Will See You Now.
Don't play your games with me.
I can't even chew a piece of bread. Who's going to play games? Why'd you turn off the television?
It's either watching that or watching you sleep. Either one ain't too interesting.
I'm sorry. I'll try to sleep more entertaining. What's today? Tuesday?
Wednesday.
How could it be Wednesday? I want to sleep on Monday.
Haven't we already seen Mike Douglas twice this week?
Once.
Twice.
All right, twice. I don't even remember. I was all right yesterday.
We are doing very well.
We are. When did you get sick?
That's funny. That's really funny, Mr. Clark. As soon as I get home tonight, I'm gonna bust out laughing.
If you eat my candy like that, you're gonna bust out a lot sooner.
Well, you can't eat it. There's no use throwing it out. I'm just storing up energy for the winter.
Maybe you'll take time in between the peppermint and the nougat to take my pulse.
I took it. It's a little better today.
When did you take my pulse?
When you were sleeping.
Everybody's pulse is good when they're sleeping. You take a pulse when a person's up. $30 a day and she takes a sleeping pulse. Tell you the truth, I don't think you know what you're doing. And I'm not a prejudiced person.
Well, I am. And I don't like sick people who tell registered nurses how to do their job. You want your tea now?
I don't want to interrupt your candy.
And don't get fresh with me. You can get fresh with your nephew, but you can't get fresh with me. Maybe he has to take it. But I'm not a blood relative.
That's for sure.
That's even funnier than the other one. My whole evening's gonna be taken up tonight with nothing but laughing.
I don't even eat candy. Finish the whole box. When you're through, I hope you eat the flowers too.
You know why I don't get angry at anything you say to me?
I give up. Why?
Because I have a good sense of humor. I am known for my good sense of humor. That's why I can take anything you say to me.
If you nurse as good as your sense of humor, I won't make it till Thursday. Who called?
No one.
I thought I heard the phone.
No one called. Did you have a nice nap?
It was a nap, nothing special. Stop puffing up my pillows, please. Takes me a day and a night to get them the way I like them, and you puff them up.
Oh, woke up a little grouchy, didn't we?
Stop making yourself a partner all the time. I woke up grouchy. Stop making my bed, please. I'm still sleeping in it. Don't make up a bed with a person in it.
Can't stand to have people do things for you, can you? If you just want someone to sit here and watch you, you better offer the dog, Mr. Clark. I'll suggest that to your nephew.
Am I complaining? All I ask are two things. Don't take my pulse while I'm sleeping, and don't make up the bed when I'm in it. Do it the other way around and we're in business.
It doesn't bother me to do nothing as long as I'm getting paid for it.
I'm hungry.
You want your tapioca?
Forget it, I'm not hungry. Tell me something. How old is a woman like you?
That's none of your business.
I'm not asking for business.
I am 54 years young.
Is that so? Married?
My husband passed away 4 years ago.
Oh, you were the nurse?
No, I was not the nurse. You could use some sleep and I could use some quiet.
You know something? For a 54-year-old registered widow, you're a nice-looking woman.
And don't you try that with me.
Who's trying anything?
You are. You getting fresh in a way I don't like.
Well, what are you worried about? I can't even put on my slippers by myself.
I'm not worried about your slippers, and don't play on my sympathy. I don't have any, and I ain't expecting any coming in the near future.
Listen, how about a nice alcohol rub?
I just gave you one.
No, I'll give you one.
I know you just say things like that to agitate me. You like to agitate people, don't you? Well, I'm not an agitatable person.
I think you're right. I'd be better off with a dog.
How did your poor wife stand a man like you?
Who told you about my poor wife?
Your poor nephew. Did you ever think of getting married again?
What is this, a proposal?
Not from me. I am not thinking of getting married again. Besides, you're just not my type.
Why? Is it a question of religion?
It's a question of age. You wear me out in no time.
You think I can't support you? I have Medicare.
You don't stop, do you?
When I stop, I won't be here.
Well, that's where you're going to be unless you learn to slow up a little.
Slow up? I moved 2 inches in the last 3 weeks. She tells me to slow up.
I mean, if you're considering getting well again, you're going to have to stop worrying about telephone calls and messages, and especially when you're going to go back to work.
I'm an actor. I have to act. It's my profession.
Right now, your profession is being a sick person. And if you're going to act anywhere, it's going to be from a sick bed.
Well, maybe I can get a job on Marcus Welby.
You can turn everything I say into a vaudeville routine if you want. But I'm going to give you a piece of advice, Mr. Clark.
What?
The world is full of sick people. And there's just not enough doctors or nurses to go around and take care of all these sick people. And all the doctors and all the nurses, they can just do so much, Mr. Clark. But God, in His infinite wisdom, has said He will take care of those who take care of themselves.
So, what's the advice?
Stop bugging me.
All right, I'll stop bugging you. I don't even know what the hell it means.
That's better. Now you're my type of you.
Here comes today's candy.
Hello. How is it?
Fine, I think we're gonna get married.
Hey, Uncle Willie, you look terrific.
You got my variety.
I've also got about 200 get-well telegrams from just about every star in show business. Lucille Ball, Milton Berle, Bob Hope, the mayor. It'll take you 9 months just to answer them.
What about a commercial? Did you hear from Arkansas?
We have plenty of time to talk about that. Miss O'Neill, did you take your lunch yet?
Not yet.
You just finished 2 pounds of appetizers.
Well, why don't you go out? Take about an hour. I'll be here for a while.
Thank you. I could use some fresh air. Now, when I'm gone, I don't want you to get all agitated again. You hear?
I hear. Stop bugging me.
And don't get up to use the bathroom. Use you know what.
And if not, I'll do it you know where.
Never mind, Willie. She's a very good nurse.
Oh boy. Bernie Eisenstein died.
Who?
Bernie Eisenstein. Remember the dance team, Ramona and Rodriguez? Ernie Eisenstein was Rodriguez. He would have been 78 in August.
Uncle Willie, could you put down the variety for a second?
The biggest cigar.
You realize you've had a heart attack, don't you? You've been getting away with it for years. The cigars, the corned beef sandwiches, the tension, the temper tantrums. You can't do it anymore, Willie. Your heart's just not going to take it.
This is the good news you rushed up with. For this, we could have skipped to Wednesday.
I spoke to the doctor this morning, and I'm going to have to be very frank and honest with you, Willie. You've got to retire. I mean, give it up. Show business is out.
Until when?
Until ever. Your blood pressure's abnormally high, your heart is weak. If you try to work again, you'd kill yourself.
All right, let me think it over.
Think what over? There's nothing to think over. You can't work anymore. There's no decision to be made. Can't you understand that?
You decide for Ben Silverman, I'll decide for Willie Clark.
No, I decide for Willie Clark. I am your closest and only living relative, and I am responsible for your welfare. You can't live here anymore, Willie. Not alone. I can't afford to keep this nurse on permanently. I know she's making more money than I am. Besides, she already gave me your notice. She's leaving Monday. She's going to Buffalo to work for a very wealthy family.
Maybe she'll take me. I always did well in Buffalo.
Come on, Willie. Face the facts. We have to do something, and we have to do it quickly.
Well, I can't think about it today. I'm tired. I'm taking a nap.
You want to hear my suggestion?
I'm napping. Don't you see my eyes closed?
I'd like you to move in with me and Helen and the kids. We have a small spare room in the back. I think you'd be very comfortable.
What's the second suggestion?
What's the matter with the first?
It's still better than the first.
Why?
I don't like your kids. The little one hit me in the head with a baseball bat.
I've also seen you talk to them for hours on end about vaudeville and have the time of your life, right?
If I stopped talking, they would hit me with the bat. No offense, but I'm not living with your children. Get rid of them and then we'll talk.
I know the reason you won't come. Because Al Lewis lives with his family, and you're just trying to prove some stupid point about being independent.
What's the second suggestion?
All right, now, don't jump when I say this, because it's not as bad as it sounds.
Say it.
There's the Actors Home in New Brunswick.
It's as bad as it sounds.
You're wrong, Willie. I went out there last Sunday. They showed me around the whole place. I couldn't believe how beautiful it was.
You went out there? You didn't have the decency to wait till I turned down living with you first.
I just went out to investigate, that's all. No commitments.
The old actor's home. First booking you've got me in 10 years.
It's on a lake. They've got 25 acres of beautiful grounds. It's an old converted mansion with a big porch.
I knew it. You got me on a porch in New Jersey. He put you up to this, didn't he?
You don't have to sit on the porch, Willie. There's a million activities there. They put on shows every Friday and Saturday night. I mean, it's all old actors. What could be better for you?
Why New Jersey? I hate New Jersey. I was sorry they ever finished the George Washington Bridge.
I couldn't get over how many old actors were there that I knew and remembered. Thought they were all dead.
Some recommendation. The house in the swamps with forgotten people.
They're not forgotten. They're well taken care of. Look, I promise you, if you spend one day there that you're not happy, you can come back and move in with me.
That's my choice, huh? New Jersey or the baseball bat.
All right. I feel a lot better about everything.
How about you?
What do you mean, how about me?
I won't see you no more.
Certainly you'll see me every chance I get. Uncle Willie, did you think I wouldn't come and visit you?
Well, people don't go out to New Jersey unless they have to, you know.
I'll be there every week with the variety. I'll even bring Helen and the kids.
Don't bring the kids. What do you think I'm moving into the home for?
You know, this is the first moment since I've known you that you've treated me like a nephew and not an agent. It's like a whole new relationship.
I hope this one works better than the other one.
I've waited 15 years for this, Uncle Willie. You would never let me get close.
You kiss me, I'll call off the whole thing.
No kiss, I promise. But there is one other thing I'd like you to do for me.
With my luck, it's a benefit.
Well, in a way it's a benefit, but not for any organization. It's for another human being.
What are you talking about?
Al Lewis wants to come up and see you.
If you wanted to kill me, why didn't you bring the cigars?
He's been heartsick ever since this happened.
What do you think this is? What's the mumps?
You know what I mean. He calls me twice a day to see how you are. He's worried to death.
Tonight, tell him I'm worse.
He's not well himself, you know. He's got diabetes, hardening arteries, his eyes are getting very
He
bad.
sees well enough to spit in my face.
You know, he's lost 7 pounds since you were in the hospital. I mean, who do you think keeps sending all the candy and flowers every day? He keeps signing other people's names to them because he knows otherwise he'd throw them out.
They're his flowers, throw them out.
Uncle Willie, I've never asked you to do a personal favor for me as long as I've known you. But this is important. For me and for you. For Al Lewis. But he won't even stay. He just wants to come up and say hello.
Hello,
That's all.
huh? If he pokes me in the chest with a finger, I'm a dead man. That's murder, you know.
Come on, Willie, give us all a break.
Well, if he wants to come up, I won't stop him. But I can't guarantee a hello. I may be napping.
I knew I could count on you. He's going to be very happy.
You don't have to call him from here. Why should I spend 60 cents to have him say hello?
It's not going to cost us 60 cents. Hello? Yes, could you tell the boy at the desk to send Mr. Lewis up to Mr. Clark's room, please? Thank you.
You mean he's here now, in the hotel?
He's been with me all morning. I knew he'd be okay.
First, you commit me to an old man's home, bring that bastard here, and then you ask me.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Never speak to me again. But just promise me you'll be decent to Al Lewis.
I'll be wonderful to him. In my will, I'll leave him you.
What are you doing? You're not supposed to be out of bed.
I think I'm going to give him the satisfaction of seeing me in bed like a sick person. I'm going to sit in my chair and I'm going to look healthier than he does.
Uncle Willie, the doctor told you you're not supposed to be out of bed for anything.
Lewis coming to apologize to Clark is not anything. To me, this is worth another heart attack. Get my coat from the closet.
All right, but just walk slowly, will you please?
I want you to move my chair all the way back. I want that son of a bitch to have a long walk.
Here, put
I
this
want
on.
that bathrobe, the jacket, the blue sports jacket. This is going to be a formal apology.
He's not coming to apologize, he's just coming to say hello.
If he doesn't apologize, I'll drop dead in the chair for spite. You can tell that.
No, I'm sorry I started in with this.
That's funny because now I'm starting to feel good. Move the chair back.
I was bringing you two together.
Put a pillow underneath. Make it 2 pillows. When I said I want to look down on him.
All right, but this is the last time. I'm never butting into your lives again.
The only thing that could make today better is if it was raining. Like I said, I apologize, dripping wet. This is it. This was worth getting sick for. Come on, knock again.
Oh, he's sleeping. I can come back later.
No, it's all right. He must be dozing. Come on in. Can I take your hat?
No, I'd like to hold on to something if you don't mind.
Uncle Willie, someone here to see you.
What?
Look who's here to see you, Uncle Willie.
I don't have my glasses. Who's that?
It's me, Willie Al Lewis.
Al Lewis. You're so far away. Walk all the way over there. Oh, that Al Lewis.
I don't want to disturb you, Willie. I know you're resting.
Never mind. I was just reading my telegrams from Lucille Ball and Bob Hope.
Oh, that's very nice. Well, look at all the beautiful flowers.
I'm throwing them out. People send them to me every day with cheap boxes of candy. They mean well.
Well, they certainly do. I just wanted to come up and see how you were doing. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I just wanted to say hello. So, hello and goodbye.
Wait a minute. You still have a few minutes before my next nap? Go around and talk a while.
You sure it's okay?
I'm sure you have more to say than just hello. Would you like some tea?
I would love some.
Go in the kitchen and make it.
I've got a better idea. I'll go down to the kitchen and have them send up a tray. If I call room service, it'll take forever.
You're going. You don't want to hear what Al has to say.
I don't think it's necessary. I'll be back in 10 minutes. It's good to see you, Mr. Lewis. It's good to see both of you.
a nice boy.
He's the best. Not too bright, but a good boy.
So you have everything you need here?
What I need here?
Some books, some magazines.
No, I have plenty to do. I have all my fan mail to answer.
You get fan mail?
Don't you?
I don't even get jury duty.
There are a lot of people still remember. Excuse me.
You sure it's okay for you to talk like this?
I'm not talking. I'm only answering. You're talking. Why? Is there something special you wanted to talk about?
Like what?
What do I know like what? How do I know what's on your mind? Do I know why you don't sleep at night?
Who says I don't sleep at night? I sleep beautifully.
Funny. To me you look a little tired, a little troubled. With a person with something on their conscience, what do I know?
I got nothing on my conscience.
You sure you look good?
I got nothing on my conscience. The only thing I feel badly about is that you got sick.
Thank you. I accept your apology.
What apology? Who apologized? I only said I was sorry you got sick.
Who made me sick?
Who? You did, that's who. You yelled and screamed, carried on like a lunatic until you made yourself sick. And for that, I'm sorry.
All right, as long as you're sorry for something.
I'm also sorry people are starving in India, but I'm not going to apologize. I didn't do it.
Well, I didn't accuse you of India. I'm only saying, since you're responsible for making me sick, and you came up here to apologize, I'm gentleman enough to accept the apology.
Don't be such a gentleman, because there's nothing to accept.
I'm not the one who came up here with his hat in his hand.
It's a $25 hat. What am I going to do, fold it up and put it in my pocket?
If you didn't come to apologize, why did you send the candy and flowers?
I sent candy and flowers.
Yes, because it was on your conscience. And that's why you don't sleep at night, and that's why you came up here with your hat in your hand to apologize. But now I'm not a gentleman, and I don't accept the apologies. What do you think of that?
You know, I knew there was going to be trouble when you said enter instead of come in.
There's no trouble. The trouble's over. I got what I wanted, and I'm happy now.
What did you get? You got no apology from me, which you didn't accept.
Don't argue with me. I just had a heart attack.
You know, Willie, I don't think we get along too good.
Well, everybody has their ups and downs.
But 43 years, we had maybe one up. Tell you the truth. I can't take the downs anymore.
Well, to be honest with you, for the first time, I'm a little tired myself.
What are you going to do now?
Well, my nephew made me 2 very good offers today.
Is that right?
I think I'm going to take this second one.
Are you in any condition to work again?
Well, I wouldn't be too strenuous. Mostly take it easy. Maybe do a show on Saturday night, something like that.
Is that so? Where? In New York?
No, out of town.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
Well, you know me, I gotta stay busy. What about you?
Oh, I'm very happy. My daughter's going to have another baby. They're going to need my room, and I don't want to be a burden to them. So we talked it over, and I decided that I was going to move into the Actors Home in New Brunswick. What's the matter? You got pain? Why are you holding your chest?
No, but I'm expecting.
Do you want me to get you something? You want me to call a doctor?
It wouldn't help.
It wouldn't hurt.
It wouldn't hurt. You're a funny man, Al. You're a pain in the ass, but a funny man.
That line always worked. Always worked. You know what, Willie? You know what your problem was? Is you always took the jokes too seriously. They were just jokes. We did comedy on stage for 43 years. I don't think you enjoyed it once.
I was there to enjoy it. I'd buy a ticket.
Well, maybe now you can enjoy it. Maybe you'd like to come out to the Actors Home and visit me sometime.
You can count on it.
I feel much better now that I talked to you. Maybe you'd like to rest now. Take a nap.
I think so. Sit down and talk to me. I'll fall asleep.
What's new in variety?
Ernie Eisenstein died.
Go on. Ernie Eisenstein, the house doctor from the palace.
That was Sam Hasseltine. Ernie Eisenstein was Ramona and Rodriguez.
No, Jackie Aronson was Ramona and Rodriguez. Ernie Eisenstein was the house doctor at the palace. Sam Hasseltine was Sophie Tucker's agent.
Don't argue with me, I'm sick.
I know. Why should I get sick too? Ernie Eisenstein was the house doctor when we played for the first time with Sophie Tucker. That's when we met Sam Hasseltine. So Jackie Aronson wasn't Rodriguez yet. He was Ramona and Dr. Marco.